It is Monday, time to start a new week. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Thanks again for everybody that tuned in on the LTS, the live training session on Saturday. It was a huge success. We had a great time doing the review on those two routers, and we just had a lot of fun with it, and I had a lot of people chime in. A lot of people actually watched live, and the YouTube live, it held up perfectly. It worked good, right? So I didn't have to do the film version, which saved me tons of hours and time. So anyway, let's get into today. I got a lot going on. I want to answer 3 different questions. The first question, well, actually the third question that I want to answer is going to have to do with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this, and we're going to come back to this after I'm done with the rest of the questions. So I'm just doing some spray layout. I'm going to let that sit, and I'll get back to that in a minute. So first question is from Ken Bryan. I'm curious, Eric, how long does it take to complete a sign? Let's say a 6x24 with outset, last name, no graphic. What about a standard inset? Or what about with the standard inset graphic? I guess I just don't see how to make a sign while someone waits. Well, this is what I grew up doing. So, you know, it kind of depends. I've got several different signs here, and I wanted to give a kind of a representative example of the signs that I used to sell all the time out when I was out carving on site. So, you know, obviously this is going to take a lot less time than these others. But this one, the biggest thing for me, if you're going to save time out there carving on site, the biggest time saver for me was getting your edges all done. So I would have, you know, 30 or 40 of signs, boards that were already done with the black and the holes drilled and the bevel done on all of these. The edges would have been done long before I did any custom carving on it. So this one took me, you know, probably about 5 to 10 minutes to carve. This one probably not much longer, maybe 10 to 15 minutes to carve. And that is the layout. Now this one was a stock sign, so I had a layout template where I could lay this out in a matter of literally 10 seconds. These, you know, you're looking at somewhere between 20 minutes and a half hour on this one or this one. This one probably a little bit longer because the frontier letters or the western letters took a little bit longer to carve. But, you know, if we had to average these out, this is probably 10 minutes, and these are probably 30, 35 minutes. So you're around the 20 to 30 minute mark as far as an average goes. Now, the thing is, if you think about it, in any place that I've ever carved, most of the time, not all the time, but I'd say 90% of the time, if I had to guess, people are going to order a sign, and then they're going to walk around, and they're going to, you know, like in Oatman, there was tons of stuff to see. If you're at a craft show, they're going to order a sign, then they're going to walk the rest of the,
Have them pay for it.
Yeah, oh yeah, always have them pay for it up front. Thank you. Yes, have them pay for it before they walk away. It's a custom item, so they should pay for it up front. But they're generally going to walk around, so they might not be back for a couple hours. That was kind of the norm for me, is somebody would be back in an hour to an hour and a half. And so if I had 3 or 4 lined up, but then I would adjust that. If somebody said, hey, I'm on my way out, then I would know what my time frame is. I would mark on each order card what time they placed the order and about what time I could expect them back. I wrote that right on the order card after they ordered it and paid for it and all that. So very seldom did somebody actually order a sign and then sit right there and wait for me to make it. It did happen, but it was by far not the norm.
And a lot of times it was just because they wanted to watch you carve.
Yeah, in some cases they wanted to watch me do it. Yeah. But in most cases, they ordered it and then walked around, and then and if they came back early, I say, oh, I'm not quite done. They said, no problem. And it was just, you kind of go on the fly. But that, anyway, I hope that kind of answers some concerns about that, because it absolutely can be done on site. All of these signs, you know, I very rarely had somebody, in fact, hardly ever had somebody complain that it wasn't done in time or whatever. That just didn't happen. So, question number 2, Jeff Fisher. A while back, you made a video showing your dad using a simple jig to quickly locate where to drill the holes. And what he means by that is we drill holes top and bottom for all of our signs so that you can use screw eyes, and we gave screw eyes and S-hooks. So for some reason I can't find it. Would you please inform me on what number video it is? So I looked it up, and it's the LTS 42917. So if you type in that little search window, LTS 4/29/17, that's where Dad shows this little jig he made for figuring out where to drill the holes, because we normally drill the holes on 12-inch centers. Anyway, that's that. All right, third question. Dennis Cook, I was actually talking to him on the phone within the last few days, and we were talking in regards to the layout, and it was specifically about the silicone spray that I put on. That's what I didn't get, my router base. All right, so he was talking that he finally did get some of this silicone spray, and he sprayed the base, and it slid much smoother on the wood when he was carving. So, and what I brought up to him is don't forget that not only do you want to do that, but what you also want to do is after you spray, you want to take a little piece of fine sandpaper and sand it off a little bit, and then use my stiff bristle brush. And I want to make sure that I get as much of that residue off of there before I start carving. Then you can put just a little shot of silicone spray, and then put that on your base and kind of wipe off the excess. And then you want to have a real nice smooth, and that just glides across there. You don't want any restriction to free movement on that. And the residue from this black will, if you don't take that off, it will cause a little bit of an issue. So you can see there's still some black on there, but
you're up here.
Oh, but that will make it slide. So anyway, that is that. Now, so that's the 3 questions. Thank you guys for sending those questions in. Don't forget, send them to me directly, eric@makeawoodsign.com, and I'm happy to answer all your questions. And these guys have all been answered long ago. I answer you guys directly via email, but then I answer them on camera for everybody else. So, all right, last thing of the day. A success story. Now this, I'm way late on the success stories. Keep sending me success stories because I want to do them more and more and kind of throw those in there. They motivate me, and I hope they motivate you. So Chris Johnson makes some unbelievable signs, and he has for a while. This actually is about 6 months old. I feel really bad that I didn't get to it before now. So he said, I just wanted to share some work I just finished up this weekend on the Live Free sign, and that is this one. Unfortunately, I didn't get the whole thing, but you can kind of get an idea from that. So he said, I just finished this up after starting it a couple months ago. He said, I got started on it, but then he got distracted, or he had to put it aside because he made a sign that says once Navy, always Navy. And in one night, he posted it, and he got 6 orders in one night. And I think that was one of the rounds. He does a lot of stuff with the rounds. And he wants to go after the military niche. So he also does, the growth charts, which are really, really popular. These are carved, and they're the growth charts. And a lot of you guys are doing these. I just want to go through some of this stuff that he's doing. Here's another one. So he does a lot of stuff with the rounds. And then you saw the Live Free one. And then check this one out. I think I might have shared this on the Sign Carvers of the Day. I'm not sure. But just fantastic work, Chris. I just wanted to really kind of, I guess Sign Carver of the Day. But I really wanted to let you guys know that he posted that. And I don't have a picture of the Once Navy, Always Navy sign. But he posted that, and in one night he got 6 orders for it. So, find your niche. He obviously has found his niche, and talk to him on a regular basis. So congratulations to Chris, and keep up the great work. So guys, hope this was helpful for you. Please like this if you would. Give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, we'd love for you to. Just hit that subscribe button and then be sure and click that little bell icon. You'll get a notification when we do a new video, which is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, most of the time. I'm on Instagram, Make a Wood Sign, and we've got some really exciting stuff coming up. Like I mentioned on Saturday, I've got a big collaboration for a big YouTuber that I'll be starting really soon. We'll have another video on Wednesday that may be a demo. I got something in my mind. And then Friday, like I mentioned on Saturday, something I've never done before. I've never showed it on camera before. It was very, very challenging. Probably the most challenging thing I've done in years. Anyway, that'll be on Friday. So that is it. Hope you guys have a great week. Be sure and comments and questions, anything I can answer for you, eric@makeawoodsign.com. I missed some stuff in Facebook, so if you can shoot it directly to my email. Direct me? I'm talking faster.
You are, again.
My mouth's not keeping up with my brain.
Gonzalez.
My mouth is not keeping up with my brain. Anyway, so got a lot of things going on. Anyway, guys, thanks again. Love you all. Thanks for all the support. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great one. We'll see you in a couple days on Wednesday. Bye.